On our 4th days, we like to explore on our own rather than take the ship excursion because we can decide where we want to go, how we're going to get there, and how much time we want to spend. So when we got to Cobh, I had already planned our trip to Blarney Castle. We got off the ship at around 7 in the morning and it was pretty cold. We all had our jackets on, but we were ready to go. We had already bought our entrance tickets online, so at least we didn't have to worry about buying tickets when we got there. The nice thing about Cobh was that we didn't have to go very far to catch the train. The station was right across the street from where our ship was docked. While we were waiting, we were just having fun and even doing a little dancing. There were actually a lot of people waiting for the same train, and we soon realized that most of them had also come from our cruise ship. When the train arrived, we were on our way to Cork. We didn't take any video inside the train, but we did get some pictures along the way. When we arrived in Cork, we made our way to the terminal, and before getting a taxi, we stopped to take a few pictures. And then, it was time to head toward Blarney. The drive from Cork terminal to Blarney Castle was actually pretty interesting. We were going through the streets of Cork, and then further out toward Blarney. And I remember thinking, okay, we're getting closer now.
Say, what's your name again?
Joseph,
Joseph. Say hi to Joseph.
how are you?
Ah, there you
Yeah, if everybody is driving on the roadside, there's no problem.
It was nice just watching the scenery change as we made our way there. And then around 8 in the morning, we finally arrived. There were already a lot of people there. That really gave us an idea of just how popular Blarney Castle is. Our taxi dropped us off just a short walk from the welcome hall, and we could already see that we weren't going to have the place to ourselves. There were a couple of big buses parked along the street, and they were from the cruise ship Excursion. But once we started walking toward the castle, it didn't really feel crowded or chaotic. Everything was actually pretty relaxed. People were walking around, taking pictures, talking, and just enjoying themselves. And the walk to the castle was beautiful. The whole place is well maintained with big trees, flowers, beautiful garden, and even a little creek running through the park. Everything was clean and peaceful. As we got closer, we could finally see Blarney Castle in the distance. At first, we could just see part of it through the trees. But as we walked further into the grounds, the castle became more and more visible. And honestly, that made us even more excited because now we knew we were getting close to the main attraction. The whole walk was really nice. The grounds were beautiful and there was so much to look along the way. We were taking pictures and videos, stopping here and there, and of course, the 6 of us were having fun and joking around. We weren't in any hurry at any point. We knew we had arrived early, so we could just enjoy the walk and take everything in. But eventually, we reached the line. And this was the part we were expecting. The queue was already long, and it actually started quite a distance away from the castle. But since we knew this was coming, we didn't let it bother us. We just used the time to take pictures, take videos, and have some fun together. Then, we finally made it to the front of the castle. And that's when we came across these old wooden buildings. After that little detour, we finally made it inside the castle. And this was when it really started to feel like we were stepping back in time. The atmosphere inside was completely different from the beautiful gardens outside. It was darker, much colder, and the walls and passageways felt so old and narrow. Then we saw the stairs going up, and these weren't exactly the kind of stairs you'd find in a modern building. They were narrow, winding, and there were already quite a few people making their way up. We joined them and slowly started climbing, wondering just how much farther we had to go before we finally reached the top. The line was moving pretty slowly, but eventually we made our way higher and higher until we finally reached the top. And once we stepped outside, the whole experience changed. The view from up there was amazing. Looking down, we could see the entire park, all that green, the gardens, the trees, and all the people walking around below us. From up there, you really get an idea of how beautiful and well kept the whole place is. But we weren't there just for the view. We were still in line. We thought we had finally reached the very top of the castle. But then, we realized there was another narrow stone staircase going even further. So we went up again. And this time, we were getting close.
Here at Blarney, on top of Blarney Stone. Hey, look here, say hi, teacher. Hands on the air.
At the top, we could see the opening in the middle of the castle and the ground far below. The stone around us was obviously very old, and the space where we were standing was very narrow. And then we started watching people ahead of us kiss the Blarney Stone. That's when the excitement turned into a little bit of nervousness. We knew what we had to do: lie on our backs, lean backward, and hang our heads down toward the stone. Fortunately, there were two guys helping everybody. One of them would hold you around the waistline while you lean back, so you didn't have to worry about falling. By this point, we were getting really excited. We had finally made it all the way up the castle. We could see the Blarney Stone, and now it was our turn.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's
We kiss the stone. So,
Yes, sit here. Come here.
did kissing the
Come here,
Blarney
guys.
Stone
Sit aside. Come.
really give us the gift of the gab? I honestly don't know. And I'm not sure I believe the legend. But I'm glad we did it. We came all the way from our cruise ship to experience something that people have been doing here for generations.
Ano yung kita yan tayo?
And for us, that was what made the whole journey worth it. Would you kiss the Blarney Stone if you had a chance? If you enjoyed coming along with us, please give the video a like and subscribe to our channel, Ernie and Emily, for more of our travel adventures. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.